Okay, let's do this fucking shit.
All right, guys. Well, let's get on to it then. We got UFC Noche or UFC Fight Night Grasso versus Shevchenko 2. Yeah, buddy. Let's bring in the Mexican music there. This is a full-on Mexican card. Well, not full-on, but most of the fighters on here are
Full on, bro.
Hispanics. Yeah.
Even if they aren't Mexican, by the
They're
time
going to claim
they will be.
They're going to be Mexicans, yes. And you know what, man? I gotta hand it to the UFC. I fucking love this poster, dude.
Yeah, it's pretty dope, dude. I like it.
This fight poster is sick, and I'm gonna give it a 10.
A 10, damn.
Yeah, dude. I love the culture, the Mexican culture. Everything about it says Mexican, dude. I fucking love it.
I don't like the colors.
I do, man. I do.
I'm giving it an 8.
I'll give it a 9.5.
Okay.
I know what David's gonna give it, and I'll give you his prediction. This is his prediction. It's Pereira face.
And Alex Pereira. It's probably gonna give it like a 6.
Probably. Or a 2.
Or a 2. It is going to happen Saturday, September 16th. Start times. Rudy, you got that on hand?
This event will be starting. The prelims start at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, so that's going to be 7 o'clock Eastern. So it's kind of a late start, which is good.
Yeah.
9 p.m. Central Standard Time, 10 o'clock Eastern Time is when the main card starts. So the main event, you're probably looking at 11:30.
Yeah, it is an 11 fight card, and it is a fight night, so not a pay-per-view. They didn't stack this card like they usually do for title fights, so not bad. A lot of fights have been fizzled out or canceled, which is okay because the card in itself is pretty solid. So let's start off with the prelims. Rudy, since you got the betting odds and all of that, you can go ahead and start off with the fights.
So we have Josephine Knutson versus Marnik Man. Knutson's a minus 450 heavy betting favorite. 6-0. She's undefeated. Marnik Man is 6-1-0. She's a plus 350 underdog. I think Knutson's 27 years, 30 years old for Marnik Man. She's a little bit older. Knutson's taller, but Man has a reach advantage. I really don't think that's going to help her. To be honest with you, I just think Knutson has better hands, and we'll see that on display. I don't think there's going to be any kind of finish. I think it's going to be a decision, kind of a pick'ems fight in a way. Yeah. But I think if I'm not mistaken, Man this is a kind of a last minute fight.
I think so.
Yeah, so that's probably why the heavy betting favorite is for Knutson.
Because Knutson was supposed to fight Yasmin Lucindo.
That's right.
But she got hurt, so they ended up picking up a Man to replace her. So
a Man? Did you say it was a man?
No, I said man, they picked it, Man. Marnik Man. So, but I'm going to pick Josephine to win the fight, man.
You, Mark?
Knutson.
David? Who are you picking, David?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
we can hear you, just can't see you.
Are you picking the sausage?
We can't see him.
Steve, we start talking about aliens and they're trying to censor me out, you know what I mean? But yeah, this is a first fight out the gate, debut fighters. the odds are in favor of Knudsen, right? So I'm gonna go with Mark too. I'll go with Josephine.
Cool. Next up, we got Charlie Campbell versus Alex Reyes. Charlie Campbell is 7-2-0, coming fresh off a win for CFFC. Before that, he had a loss in UFC's Dana White's Contender Series. Alex Reyes plus 300 underdog. Campbell's a minus 400 underdog. Plus 300 underdog for Alex Reyes. And I'm sorry, Campbell's a favorite. Alex Reyes is the brother of that other fucking Reyes dude that kind of sucks now.
Dominic Reyes.
Yeah, there you go. So, Alex Reyes hasn't fought in like 6 years, I think.
Yeah, dude, it's gonna be
6 years, bro, against Mike Perry, and he lost via knee. So if you're getting kneed by Mike Perry and you haven't fought for 6 years, yeah, I'm not betting any money on you. I'm going with the heavy favorite, Charlie Campbell.
Charlie Campbell for sure, man.
Yeah, this fight's way out of the realm of like relevancy, but I know Charlie Campbell's a Sarah Longo guy, so got to go for the Sarah Longo guy. And Rudy said it. Alex Reyes, several canceled fights, back and forth, hasn't won a fight in 6 years. So absolutely not. I favor Charlie Campbell, absolutely. But moving on the prelims, it varies on
Charlie
the prelims,
Campbell,
though, right? Because sorry, Rob. But but buried on the prelims, sort of, kind of. I know Mark's not happy about Jasmine being this low on the card, right, against Tracy Cortez. But I mean, Tracy's been out for a year. She had that whole fallout and breakup with Brian T. City, and it affected her performance. I mean, she pulled out after the weigh-ins, right, in her last fight.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So she hasn't lost in the UFC. She's very tough. She's fought 135ers before. Jasmine's huge, though. You know what I mean? And she's a grinder too, man. This fight is an indeed grind. I don't know who the odds are in favor. I'd have to say they probably were for Cortez, right?
Yeah, it's a minus 130 favorite for Tracy Cortez, a plus 110 underdog for Jazz Devicious. It's a little closer now. Jazz Devicious is even. Tracy Cortez minus 120 favorite. Yeah, like you said, she hasn't lost. That's probably why she's a favorite. But I don't know, man. Jazz Devicious has always shut me up. I'm definitely a fan of hers. She gets the job done, man. I still think she's kind of a boring fighter, but you know, it is what it is. She's a chain wrestler, dude. She's just gonna drag Cortez into deep waters and constantly bother her, dude. I don't think Cortez is going to be able to hang with this chick, man. She's bigger, stronger, and when you mix in that wrestling, it's over, bro. And she was an underdog. It's still even, so she's, I guess, kind of the underdog still. So I'm going with a dog, Jazz Devicious.
Yep.
I never pick against Cortez, man. So I'm gonna pick Tracy Cortez winning.
I think it'll be 2-2. I'm with Rob on Tracy. I think her wrestling, she's probably one of the better wrestlers at 125, but I cannot seem to pick Jasmine's fights correctly. And like Rudy said, she shut you up a couple times, me for sure, and ruined my tapology. So this is a fight. I don't know. It's if Jasmine can get some good work done in the clinch, get some early takedowns, frustrate Cortez, drag it to a decision, I can easily see that happen, but I will indeed pick Tracy Cortez by decision.
Yeah, so up next we got Edgar Chairez, the pit bull against Daniel Miojo Lacerda. What is this, flyweights?
Yeah, bro. Edgar is going to fucking destroy Daniel. And if Daniel loses, it's over, dude. He's getting the pink slip. Bro. Yeah, he's lost 4 in a row, dude.
This will be number 5. Edgar Chairez, he dropped his last fight against Tatsuro Taira, but that showing, I remember talking about this fight. I said, you know what, Tatsuro Taira isn't as impressive as I thought he was going to be, man. This dude took him into deep waters, bro, and took him to a decision, unanimous decision. When he was pulling up submissions, he had better hands. This dude's a motherfucker, bro, and he's from Mexico, fighting in Mexico. There's no way he's losing to Daniel. I dropped 4 in a row, Lacerda.
I dropped 4 in a
Actually,
row.
Daniel Lacerda. Yeah, Daniel Lacerda is a proven on his record that he's a 1-round fighter. Like if he doesn't get you out of there in the first round, he usually gets starched.
Yep.
In the first, late, or in the second round. I favor Chaidez, but Lacerda, man, like he's fighting for his job. This is a pretty entertaining fight, I guess. Early on the prelims, where it's placed, Chaidez surprised me with this performance, like Rudy said, against Tetsuro, and I think that was his fucking UFC debut, wasn't it? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so fighting a tough guy like that, he's got to bounce back here. Lacerda's fighting for the job, but Chaidez for sure.
Yep.
And moving on, the prelims still, of course, we have Roman Kopylov, 185 action against Josh Friend. I know was Anthony Fluffy Hernandez pulled out. That was the matchup with Kopylov and Hernandez. That was a legit fucking fight.
Oh, yeah.
And I think this is a fight here to kind of showcase Kopylov a little bit. Like Josh Friend, what did he fight last? It wasn't really.
He fought Jamie
a good
Pickett.
fight,
It was
and a lot
so
of fights-
fucking boring, bro.
Boring.
Yeah, and I think he said that the fight, like that was his last fight in the UFC, and for some reason here he is, he re-signed, and they're like, all right, we're going to give you, step in short notice against Kopylov. But Kopylov, man, just one of the best jabs in the UFC.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And at 185, he's like a low key sleeper killer. Of course, he's still ranked in like the 30s or top 25, but he's 11-2, still very young, and he just gets better and better every time. Cannot pick against Roman Kopylov.
And you got to see why Josh Friend came back. It's obviously for the money.
Yeah.
So when you factor that in, taking a fight against a killer like Roman Kopylov, the way it's going to go down. I know the way it's going down. Josh Friend is bigger. He's a plus 210 underdog, minus 260 favorite for Roman Kopylov. Kopylov won 3 in a row, and these were all 3 fucking devastating finishes. Claudio Ribeiro, Punielo Soriano, Alessio Di Chirico, Josh Friend. Like I said, last fight, Jamie Pickett, one of the most boring fights I've ever seen. Unanimous decision win. There's no way in hell he wins this fight. I think Kopylov picks him apart with that jab. Probably finishes him early. I'm thinking first round or early second round.
Mm-hmm.
For sure, yeah. Kopylov, that Hernandez fight was, man, I didn't even know Friend had, because I don't know how far out he had stepped in to take this matchup. It's got to be within the last couple of weeks or so, you know what I mean? But still, that was a big name, a big high-profile name where Kopylov got the win. Hernandez is always a guy to go in there and make it a fucking war right away. Round 1, round 2, you're going to see a finish on either end. But moving on the card, women's strawweight, we have Lupita Godinez versus Elise Reed. And Rudy, what is the odds right now this time on? Lupi's the favorite, right?
Oh, big time, bro. Fighting in Mexico, minus 450 heavy favorite, has won 2 in a row. She's 10-3-0. Elise Reed, plus 340, moderate underdog. She won her last fight, dropped the one before that to Loma Lukbunmi. What can I say? I'm definitely going with the favorite, man.
Hell Mexico, yeah.
Lupita Godinez. And I'm not taking anything away from Elise Reed. I don't think the odds should be that far out. I don't care where she's fighting. But Elise Reed, she's legit, bro. She's not some chick that you just steamroll,
True.
You got to really put her out. Loma Lukbunmi submitted her ass. Sam Hughes actually beat her ass down. I think Lupi's going to take her down, and it's probably going to be decision one. I don't think she's going to finish her. It'd be great to see a finish, though, especially in Mexico.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Or in Vegas, not Mexico.
Yeah, they're going to be fighting in Vegas.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You know what? I'm confusing this one with the other fight, dude. Damn it.
Yeah.
I heard you say it twice, so I'm like, wait, we're not fighting in Mexico, are we? But
it's a Mexican fight card, bro.
Yes, Mexican fight card.
Yeah.
Well, it's pretty much bro.
But this fight, though, Elise Reed, the way it looks on Tapology with her win-loss. The last fight, of course, was a win against Jinhee Frey. So, in the words of Tommy D, she's due for a loss, right?
Yep. she's due.
No, I can't. I can't pick Elise Reed. She's coming down in weight too, of course, to strawweight. She's previously I'm sorry, Loopy was a flyweight. So you know what I mean. This is them meeting at strawweight now. But yeah, I can't pick against Loopy Godinez. You know what I mean. She's got the skills all around. Take the fight anywhere and fought better competition. And I think Angela Hill's a little bit harder to take down than people believe, and that was kind of a weird fight with Angela. But
yeah, very.
But yeah, but for sure, Loopy, and we have made it to the main card. A very super necessary fight, kicking off the main card.
Fight.
It's the first time ever we've had two of our buddies that have been on the show fighting each other in the UFC, which is dope.
Yeah.
Fernando El Valiente Padilla against Kyle Nelson. We've had both these guys on in the last, couple months or so, 2-3 months. And I text Fernando earlier. He said he's in good spirits. He said the vibe in Vegas is lit. He's cutting weight. Him and Coach Oyama getting ready to do their thing. Kyle Nelson, man, going back out there. When I heard this matchup was going down, it's like, man, I mean, Fed, coming out with that amazing debut, against a veteran guy, too, and starching him. Kyle Nelson, hungry, coming back. I mean, of course, he was at 155 before, but he's, got everything figured out where 145 is his home. And now he's got to fight a killer fighting on this Noche card, our boy Fernando Padilla. So starting with you, though, Rudy, who do you got, brother?
Oh, man. 3 wins in a row. Fernando Padilla, minus 250 favorite coming out of Mexico on the Mexican fight card, fighting our boy Kyle Nelson from Canada. He's a plus 205 underdog. He won his last fight against Blake Builder in a unanimous decision, which a lot of people thought he was going to lose. And he did. Mm-hmm. He delivered, bro. He came out and delivered. Yep. I mean, it makes me sad that I have to pick.
I know
both these dudes, but I'm gonna go with my boy Fernando Padilla. I'm thinking it's gonna be a KO finish.
Bro, I'm in the same boat as you, man. It sucks that I have to make a decision on who's gonna win this fight. But I gotta lean towards our boy Fernando. I mean, me and you, David, we've seen this guy fight in the LFA here at our home state and in our home city of Albuquerque, and we praised him. It's just, I don't know, man. Fernando has a soft spot in my heart, and I'm gonna pick him. I love Kyle Nelson. This guy's a fucking beast. He's just a all-around badass, nice guy. He was awesome on the show. It sucks, man, but I gotta pick Fernando winning this fight.
Mark, how does Kyle Nelson get the job done?
He's going to turn into a dog fight. That's what he's going to do. It's going to become a dog fight, and he's going to decision
big balls.
They're both coming off great performances in their last fights, and I just feel like it's going to be a hell of a fight for us all to watch. And I've got Kyle by decision.
Yeah. Stop it! Yeah, it's a tricky one. One thing that I'm looking at that very possibly could happen, low key, Rudy said, is TKO for our boy, but I don't know. He's got a lot of wins by submission. You know what I mean? If the fight gets ugly, maybe Nelson get the takedown. Fed's super dangerous. I think he's never been finished. He's got a ton of submissions, and I see the fight somehow going to the mat, and something crazy happened. But Fed, man, like Robert said, when I first seen this kid come on the scene, we'll always have the story, me, him, and Chris Cook. I knew the kid was special. He beat a legend of Albuquerque in New Mexico MMA and Donald Sanchez.
Yep.
And he put it on Donald Sanchez, and he was, 14 years younger, of course, but knew he was special. I've been following his career, keeping in touch with him. This is indeed a very cool fight against two friends, known associates of the show. So Kyle Nelson, I'd love to see it make it a dog fight and give Fed a good test. My pick is Fernando Padilla by submission, second round.
Next.
Main card, moving on. Cristios Giagos against Daniel Zellhuber. And Giagos, they just kind of throw this guy out there to the wolves every time, right?
Yeah, man. Giagos, he's a plus 205 underdog. He won his last fight, but he was on the verge of being cut because he had dropped 2 in a row, one against Thiago Moises and Arman Sarukian. Daniel Zellhuber, fresh out of the Contender Series, he took a fight against Trey Ogden, lost that fight again via unanimous decision, and there was a lot of hype behind him, man, coming into that fight. He is a minus 250 underdog here. He did win his last fight against Lando Banana. That was also a unanimous decision win. It seems like that's his path to victory is just being a better striker. But I don't know, man. I don't like this matchup for him, bro. I see him winning this, and it's probably going to be a decision. But Christos Giagos, this dude. He could put you away, on the feet, on the ground. The only way to take this dude out is by putting him down, and that's going to be a tough task for someone like Daniel.
I think he's got it. Yeah, because I think Thiago is a little bit chinny. Like I said, they usually throw this guy to the wolves. He's fought some pretty top-notch guys at 155, and if you are going to make a name for yourself at 155, you got to fight these guys. He fought Arman Sarukian, guy's a straight killer. And I don't know how many fights he has in the UFC. It's got to be at least like 10 fights, right? So far, he's been in the game for a bit. So I don't know, man. It's a weird fight. I don't trust in picking either guy. This is a 49-51. Flip a coin, right, Rob? I'll go Daniel Zellhuber.
Dude, I'm picking him just not because he's a Mexican or anything, but I think he's got a chance. I think. Well, yeah, I'm gonna pick him because he's Mexican.
You're being biased.
I
right
am
now,
very biased, bro. Very biased. But dude, just like you said, Rudy, in order to get this win, he's got to put it on Christos, and that's going to be a hard thing to do, man.
Yeah, only 2 guys have been able to take him out via TKO. That was Arman Sarukian and Josh Emmett. Everybody else, he's either lost via submission or via decision, and I haven't really quite seen the skill set for Zellhuber to think that he would finish this dude off. I honestly think it's going to be a unanimous decision win. He's got to be careful, bro. This is one I would be kind of leery about betting wise.
Yeah, for sure.
Zellhuber, though, is he really Mexican with his last name Zellhuber?
It's Zellhuber.
Very strange.
Oh my god. Oh shit. Yeah, it's Daniel Zellhuber.
Yeah, that's a weird last name. That's why I'm, that's I don't know. I've never
heard that one either.
You seen that and didn't see his face or know if he's Mexican or not, you wouldn't think that name is a Mexican fighter. Hard, moving on. Raul Rosas Jr. against Terrence Mitchell, and
Ole, you are so dumb.
The UFC, they still got high hopes from Raul. They got him on the main card, of course. Took his first loss last time, a hard loss, but this is kind of Terrence Mitchell just getting thrown out there like the GOAT on Jurassic Park, right? Because the guy got knocked out like 2 months ago. Yeah. They're running him back out there against Raul. Terrible styles matchup. Like, there's no fucking way I'm picking against Raul Rosas, even though he had trouble in his last fight against a guy who was game. But Terrence Mitchell, no way. This would be a huge upset, big setback in the career of Raul Rosas. First round submission, Raul Rosas, man.
Yeah, minus 550 favorite Raul Rosas. Like you said, he dropped his last fight coming into that fight with huge prospects in the UFC. Won his contender fight, series fight. Won his first fight against Jay Perry via submission. Lost to Christian Rodriguez. Huge underdog for Christian. I don't see that happening with Terrence Mitchell. He's a plus 400 underdog, heavy underdog. Lost to Cameron Simon via ground and pound. He's kind of chinny. And I don't think that's going to even be a factor. I think Raul Rosas is going to be a wet blanket and submit this dude. first round.
Yep. Submission, first
Yeah, he just
round.
got knocked out. Mitchell, though.
So we're all in
How is
agreement.
he even back in the
Yep.
season?
Raul
Yeah.
Rosas.
Yeah.
Hey, Quicksilver Jimmy.
Moving on to the co-main event of the evening, JDM Jack Della Maddalena against Kevin Big Mouth Holland, and
Kevin Holland is Mexican now. He has a taco truck, guys. He does, though.
And I think this is the definition of styles make fights, because Kevin Holland goes in there and doesn't really give a shit. He doesn't look for takedowns. I mean, look at what he did against Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. Like, he ain't going to play anybody's game. He knows what he's good at. His bread and butter is on the feet. But he's a fucking ninja if it goes to the ground. He's dangerous. JDM's got a dog fight. He's a dog, too. I think this fight, man, I think if it does go to the later rounds, JDM may be able to turn it up. And Kevin's has some, like, his style is so strange, too, man. Just like what he does in there. He talks shit. He might just throw a punch out there just so you can see if he'll try to, counter you. He fucks with you in that cage. JDM, he's got to come in here very smart. He's got to be very calculated. Hard to hit Holland. He's going to have to take a couple to get Holland clean. And we've only seen a few people catch Kevin Holland clean. He's got big reach, long limbs, super dangerous, man. This is a fight that I've had a hard time getting a good read on, but I think I'm going to go with Jack Della Maddalena by decision.
Wow. Yep. That's how that fight is gonna be, bro.
I don't know,
bro.
man.
I'm gonna go with Kevin Holland, man.
Kevin Holland. So you're telling me Kevin's gonna dominate this one?
I think Kevin is maybe not so much of a domination, but I think he's gonna pull off a win, bro.
Yeah, as far as that goes, he opened it up at -115 favorite for Kevin Holland, -105 for Jack Della Maddalena. Right now, he's pulled away. Jack Della is a -150 favorite, +125 underdog for our boy Kevin Holland. Kevin has won 2 in a row. Jack has won, I don't know, quite a bit in a row.
Like 50.
Yeah, Jack Della is a 51% favorite on Tapology. 49% are picking Holland to win this. Dude, every time I think Holland is not going to do it, he ends up fucking doing it.
Mm-hmm.
I knew he stood no chance against Khamzat. The Stephen Thompson fight, that was crazy, bro. He came back out of retirement, fought Santiago Ponzinibbio, and showed us the power he had in his hands. Mm-hmm. Michael Chiesa, I picked against him. I thought Chiesa was going to beat this guy and submit him. And he ended up submitting Michael Chiesa. Bottom line is I think Kevin Holland has a little too many tools in the bag for Maddalena to handle. Maddalena hasn't really fought anybody. I think the closest guy to him, in my opinion, that he's fought so far in the UFC has to be Randy Brown. Got similar body frames. And I don't know, man. And he
destroyed Randy Brown.
Yeah,
he fucking destroyed Randy Brown.
He did
easily. Yeah.
And the last way I thought he submitted his ass. I don't see that happening, bro. To someone like Holland, man. Holland, you start pressuring his ass, and he's gonna do something fucking crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It's just it's just a pick'ems fight, bro. I'm gonna have a bet slip with Jack Della and also one with Kevin Holland, but I'm gonna ride with the dog, Kevin Holland.
Kevin Holland.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a draw and a fight of the night fight.
Yeah. Oh, hey, that's a good take too. That this is a fight on the Tapology. This is a parlay. Yeah, this is where parlays go wrong with this fight for sure.
You know what? I would keep that in mind, folks. You could call this one a draw. There's a strong possibility.
Yeah, you know what, Mark? I'm gonna give this to you, bro. That's a good call to make it into a draw.
And if you're right, you know what? You will be officially Mexican, bro.
Yeah.
Actually, you've been on the show long enough to where I guess you are officially Mexican now.
Miklo.
Yeah.
All right, main event.
But yeah, it's definitely it's definitely high stakes though at 170. JDM 15-fight winning streak. Kevin doesn't give a shit about the belt, but he would want to take that winning streak away from JDM. So I'm looking forward to the bout. You know what I mean? For sure. Very proper for co-main event.
It's time!
Main event
Yep.
time.
Main event time. Alexa Grasso coming in as the champion, Valentina as a contender. When's the last time we've seen that? You know what I mean? But
Been
there's
a
the
while.
rematch. Very necessary that Valentina does get the rematch, as given women's flyweight is super thin, and Valentina just was running through everybody. And Alexa Grasso was one of the bigger upsets that we've seen in the women's division. And last time out there, she made it so difficult for Valentina's game. Everything that, in her arsenal, low kick or the leg kicks, the jab, non-existent. Alexa was putting the hands on Valentina Shevchenko, eventually getting her to the mat and snatching up that rear naked choke. Just deadly, man. Like, I know they're very familiar with each other now, and Valentina, it's going to be interesting to see if you can come back and take that title, because Alexa's not going to let that shit go easy. I think we're in for a treat as the main event for UFC Noche, and super, very, very proper. So I'm excited for this one, boys.
Me too, man. I think Alexa has been working a lot more on her skill set and on her tools to dominate even more this fight against Valentina. Now, not to take anything away from Valentina, being that we all know who she is and what she does inside the cage. I'm sure she's been working a lot on her tools. But I think Alexa's going to win, man. I think she's got that fire still under her belt, and she wants to keep that belt, and she wants to take the new custom belt home. That belt is it's amazing. So I'm going to go for Alexa Grasso winning.
Yeah, so
hopefully she doesn't have the custom belt
fucking job.
Yeah, she's the plus 135 underdog, bro. Alexa Grasso,
Wow.
Valentina Shevchenko. That's how it opened. Minus 160 favorite. She lost her last fight against Grasso via submission. Right now, Alexa Grasso still the underdog, plus 140 underdog, minus 170 favorite for Shevchenko. I don't know, man. I've never seen a fighter, come back, after, at that age, bro. She's 35 years old. You got to remember that.
Yep.
The probability of her coming back and winning against somebody younger and who showed that she's got what it takes to beat her. I don't know, bro. Just the mental aspect of it. That's going to be a hard, challenge for Shevchenko. If anyone could do it, it's going to be her. But I'm going to have to go with Alexa Grasso winning this fight. I think she's going to submit her ass again. And I think it's going to be like third, fourth round. I'm going to go with fourth round official pick.
Yeah. Yep.
And Valentina, if she does drag it out to the championship round, she's going to have to do damage. She's going to have to make it, look good in the eyes of the judges, because on a night of, plenty of Mexican fighters, UFC Noche, and given it does, the longer the fight goes, the scrambles, the grappling that goes in the match, she knows, what happened last time, and she won't want to make that mistake again. And it's going to all happen to her path to victory. She's going to have to be crisp, sharp on the feet, as she has been previously. I don't know if she, in fact, took Alexa a little bit lightly last time. Kind of like, out of sign that we've seen that long reigning champions or so, up-and-coming contender, hungry Alexa Grasso went in there, handled business. Nobody gave her a shot. So I'm going to pick Valentina Shevchenko. I think it'll be just a crazy war for 5 rounds. I think we're, in the words of Tommy D, we're due for a thriller at 125 for the women's flyweight title. And man, it's very necessary, this fight, because it's kind of a, like Rudy said, Shevchenko, she's pretty much been on top of the mountain for a while. We'll see as that hung and defend again, or maybe a couple fights, and we may in fact see her retire here in a couple, 2 fights, 3 fights, right? So
I'm going to be very upset.
Yeah, man, Alexa Grasso, bro. She's just gonna win, dude. I have a feeling we're gonna see and still.
Nope, and no.
I mean, I'm not that
Fourth round KO.
First round.
And you know what's very
bro?
Fourth round, I said.
Oh, okay.
And you guys didn't mention too. I think for sure, it's definitely not going to be a real UFC Noche. All credit to Bruce Buffer, but we got to have our boy Joe Martinez. Is probably going to be the ring.
Damn,
Bro, if Joe Martinez is the ring announcer, that's going to make it even a lot more special.
Yeah, I think it has to be. I mean, Bruce, he's probably, he traveled across the world last week. He had the shirt with what did it have on it? Like dragonflies,
Yeah,
something like that, right?
It had
For
like
UFC
dragonflies
292.
all over it. Pretty cool.
But we could easily see Bruce back here in the UFC T-Mobile Arena with Mexican flag jacket. You never know, right? Like,
all right, folks, just to recap my picks, my bet slip: Charlie Campbell, Josephine Knudsen, Lupita Godinez, Roman Kopylov, Jasmine Jasdavicius, Edgar Chairez, Fernando Padilla, Daniel Zellhuber, Kevin Holland, Raul Rosas, and Alexa Grasso. $10 bet, $703 if you get them all right. And there's a very strong chance that you will. I mean, I almost hit last week, and that would have been easy fucking money. I should have never went with Austin. Oh well.
Right on. Well, fellas, like I said,
but with the UFC merger with WWE,
fucking David.
Go ahead, the merger with WWE, don't rule out Rey Mysterio like tossing the chair to Alexa Grasso.
That would be fucking amazing, bro.
That would be amazing.
Having Rey Mysterio walk down the cage with her, that would just be a cherry on the top, bro.
It better not be Mark Goddard as the main event ref either.
Or Keith Peterson.
Oh, shit. All right, guys. We went into overtime. I know we started late, but that's it for our show. Want to thank everybody that in the chat. Thank you for joining us and watching and commenting. We really do appreciate the support. That's freaking awesome. We are getting close to episode 200. Once we get into the 190s, I'll be working to make episode 200 special. I'm going to try to reach out to somebody that we haven't had on the show and see if we can make it happen. So, hell yeah. David, you know what to do, man.
Yeah, thanks to everybody that's watching and or listening, like Rob.
Where's David?
I don't know.
Did we lose David again? Oh, man. All right. I think we lost David. I think the aliens came up and snatched him out again.
Round 2 of probing.
Oh, man. All right, guys. Well, thanks for everybody that's watching and or listening. To get all the latest combat sports news around the world, go to fightbookmma.com. And thanks to everybody that's watching and or listening. Catch the live stream on LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, anywhere that you can watch live streams. And if you want to listen to this podcast, I will have it up by tomorrow. You can listen to us on all your streaming platforms for your audio podcast. Once again, thanks everybody, and we do appreciate your support. Please enjoy the fights, and don't forget, make sure you're tweeting every single fight of every single round. Have a good night.
Every single second of every single round of every single fight, every single day this weekend, folks. Have a great night.